Hey there, welcome back to Angry Bird. I'm just going to talk about MAGA and the echo chamber that I see from my eyes. Just my eyes, you know. If you don't know what an echo chamber is, it's essentially when anybody says something, an entity says something, and then right under it, there is a group of people that no matter what it is, they repeat that. And then there's a group of allies under that group that echo it out, and it just kind of, before you know it, it's like everywhere, right? The same message everywhere. So, echo chamber in real time looks like a political lie. The 2020 election was stolen. It was rigged. It was this. It was that. That's an echo chamber. You know, you got evidence, you got your lawsuits, and you got what happened. And all the evidence points at nope, there was no election fraud, there was no interference, there was no nothing on that 2020 that would have overturned the results in any way, shape, or form, not even close. Yet, even today, they want that repeated. So, an echo chamber is essentially you take something that no matter what it is, and your allies will repeat it no matter what. And it goes all the way down to the people that it's intended for, which is the audience, the voter, the people that they want to keep in the group, in the bubble. So, at the top, who's at the top? The top is going to be the billionaires. Okay? The echo chamber starts with the billionaires. So it starts with Trump, Elon, and, Bezos. Isn't it Bezos that owns Washington Post, right? So, he controls narratives and voice and everything. Then you got Zuckerberg, right, who controls facts or not now on Facebook. You got Elon, who controls X, who controls the algorithm, what gets posted, what gets fed higher or lower. He actually purposely feeds himself higher than everything else. There's reporting on that. So an echo chamber is essentially Elon posts a message on X and it just becomes reality because that's what everyone talks about, and just gets the echo out and it becomes the talk. And it can also mean facts become, open for interpretation especially when you do the political lie way, like the election was stolen way. Then you're playing with reality on people. So what does this do? What does an echo chamber do? Well, the way they constructed theirs is pretty basic. I mean, they essentially said for the last fucking 10 years now, everybody but us lies. They've been caught lying. They've been hosed in lawsuits. They can't win in courts. They have to change the laws to win. That's why they're changing the laws right now. But the point is for 10 years, man, they basically said everybody else except us is a liar. And the audience believes it. The audience decided that fact and fiction, liars and both sides lie. Both sides are trying to deceive me, so I'm just going to pick my liar as one way they did it. The other way is, they just found their bias, man. That was confirmed by the liar, and they stuck with that, with anti-vax, anti-immigration, anti-DEI, anti-trans, anti-whatever the fuck it hurts other people, groups. And they all tied themselves to to these guys because these guys essentially condoned the behavior. The behavior of being able to hate other people was condoned. And so within these echo chamber bubbles, man, everyone else lies. We're the only ones telling the truth. I say this shit. It gets funneled down as like fact for the audience. If you don't know any better, if you have the education level of a United States average citizen, you can't, honestly, man, I don't think you have a chance. I think that most blokes read under the the age that they need to be reading at, under the grade level, like I should have said that they need to be reading at. There's like a report where half the U.S. adults read at or below sixth grade. Sixth grade ain't very far, man. You know, I remember reading books in sixth grade. They weren't very advanced. You know, the words I was learning in sixth grade weren't high words, man, you know, as far as comprehension goes. So where are they at? You know, in science, if sixth grade was where people stopped understanding English, where did they stop understanding science? Where did they stop understanding math? Where did they stop understanding law and tax laws, specifically tax laws? You see, when you got an echo chamber of people that you know don't know no better, and you can convince that group that everyone else outside that group lies to them, except us. We're the only ones. Anybody not in that group literally has to wait for anybody in the group to be hurt first. They have to face the pain of it. And even then, even when they face the pain, they're likely to be deceived enough to blame someone else that isn't at fault. So some of them wake up and they know who's at fault. Some of them are going to wake up and wait to be told who the problem was. It was Biden. It was Biden. It was a Democrat. It was Soros. It was paid actors. It was, I don't know, the stars aligned on Tuesday. Wrong. So everything's bad now. I mean, these guys will blame anything. And the echo chamber will say it's legit. And the audience will believe it's legit because that's all they hear. And everything else is outside of that is a lie. What happens when you radicalize them, though? What happens? You know, breaking that echo chamber is damn near impossible, man. I'm sitting here telling you, I'm in the state of Ohio. I'm telling you, people wake up on their own. And they're coming out in droves now. And people are finding out. And they're not liking it, man. They are not liking it at all. They thought it was going to get better. They believed the economy was going to get better. Now that it isn't better, now that they're told, hey, here's some more pain, and now that they see that other people are pointing out, hey, they're doing tax cuts for themselves again, they're cutting Medicaid, they're cutting public schools, they're gutting us for tax cuts for themselves. So instead of making it better, more efficient, run right, and weeding out corruption, they infiltrated the corruption all the way to the core of it. And if you're in that echo chamber, you don't even see that. Doge is waving numbers in front of you, and you're like, oh, man, look at those numbers. Woo! You don't even know what the fuck they mean. You don't know how they worked. You don't know what they found. You don't know shit. But you saw the numbers, and you clapped. You hear he's fighting corruption and you clap. You hear they're smart and you clap. You hear the other people that say they're not are liars and you clap. You hear a judge needs to be impeached and you clap. You hear other people shouldn't get to vote and you clap. It's so fucking ridiculous off the charts, and you have to see it, right? If you're not in that echo chamber, you fucking see it. Oh, you totally fucking see it. You know? But the people within it, you know, getting them out, woo-wee. Talk about dragging an anchor through the mud, man. Full throttle. And you're not going anywhere. It's like you're getting it like an inch at a time, inch every hour. So it feels like, man. But you eventually get there if you keep trying. You know, these folks, you know, that I keep running across mean nobody harm. There's one that did, and 1 out of 100, 1 out of 100, if that. And so they exist, but in small groups, small amounts. And even then, you never know, because there's a cowardice to it, There's a cowardice of wanting to hurt other blokes so long as you have the backing of Big Brother to do it. There's a cowardice to it, man. They won't go do it unless it's legal or covered, or they think they can get away with it, or, there's a cowardice. And This is their time of hate spilling and raging and radicalizing and all that shit. It's because of the echo chambers. Echo chambers exist, and when they put the wall up and say everyone else is a liar, it's hard to penetrate. See, the people within that echo chamber believe everyone not in that echo chamber is in an echo chamber of themselves. The TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. Oh, they hate Trump. They've never liked Trump. Just look at all the good stuff he's doing. What they're telling us on the outside is look at all the stuff he's marketing that he's doing. Why can't you see all this marketed stuff that he's doing? And it's like, we see the marketed stuff, guys. We just are calling bullshit. I mean, am I wrong or am I wrong? Or am I wrong or am I right on that one? Sorry. It's one of those things. We're calling bullshit. And as soon as we call bullshit, it's like, TDS! TDS! This guy's got TDS! Oh, he hates Trump. It's like, damn, man, you can't even disagree once with your Lord and Savior Trump. You cannot disagree once. I'm curious, how you're all gonna feel, man, in like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. How you're all gonna feel in 6 months. There's people right now, lives upended because of him. There's people that were escaping real prosecution from governments that he just sent back to the government they were escaping from. It's untold cruelty, man. Untold cruelty. And that echo chamber is saying, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're fighting corruption. Stay here, guys. Stay here. No, they're all gang members. They're all gang members. Stay here. They're all lying. and we're all on the outside just going, come on, guys. Come on. Get out of there. They will. They will. They are coming out. And that echo chamber is going to die. And then when it does, man, there's got to be accountability. There's got to be accountability. I can think of 1,000 ways to hold these people accountable for what they've done to us. And the biggest one is just to make sure nobody ever has the power to do it again. Nobody. The way they attacked all the laws we created to get rid of the people to have all this money and power and monopolies, just for them to come back and then try to take the power this time again. It's like, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. We got to keep dealing with people like this, that the greed infested fucking motherfuckers keep finding a way into power and keep trying to, hold the rest of us down and back and pit us all against each other, want us to kill one another, just so we don't look at their thievery. So, at any rate, that's my rant about echo chambers. And I hope if you're in yours, you get out ASAP. Because the only thing that you got to understand is, if you don't understand the material, then you cannot decide who's telling you the truth. You can't. You don't know. So stop guessing. Stop guessing. And on the things you know better, the things you know fucking for sure, and you know right from wrong, start weighing in on, and you'll see real fucking quick who your enemy is. All right, love y'all. Bye.